Welcome back, everyone, to day 25. And today, no speaking. I just do a stock take, proper review of everything I've learned so far. So let's get to it. Alrighty, and we are back. It should be, what, day 25? Yeah. So before I start actually chatting, I'm going to just say, give me a full breakdown of everything I've learned. That should include all the phrases, grammar, verbs, etc. So I just want to, through the written version, and oops, I might actually switch this to the latest version of GPT as well to make sure that it's thinking properly. But yeah, so the idea is that the text version should have better access of looking at everything I've covered and to do it more accurately, because the speaking version is trying to speak back to me as quickly as possible. It's not necessarily going to go through the entire kind of memory bank. So the more I cover, the more it has to go through, the less likely it is to go through everything. So I figure if I can do a quick check-in like this, that might help both myself to keep track of where I'm up to, and also with GPT keeping track of where I'm up to. So let's have a look through this. So good idea, consolidation, exactly what prevents I learned this once and forgot it problem you noticed while editing earlier episodes. Yes. Exactly right. Topic, which should be wa. That must mean wa. Wa. Nailed it. Okay. 私はオレンジジュースを飲みます。Core sentence structure. Yes. Topic, details, verb. I actually feel like I'm learning some grammar. Very slowly, but surely. Topic, as for me, that's the wa symbol there again. Is this me trying to learn the characters? Nah, too optimistic, Harry. Object, orange juice, verb, drink. The verb goes at the end. Cool, key rule, love it. Particles I've learned. Wa, topic marker, marked what the sentence is about. As for me, I am Harry. Nice. Marks what the action is done to. The direct object is or war. I buy a book. Hon. I've reinforced that yesterday. Destination target. Ni. Thank you. I like that they're putting it in brackets because that's helpful, considering I don't actually know any of the characters. So I go to the station. Cool. So I guess that's going to be eki ni ikimasu. Yeah. I think that's just going to be eki ni ikimasu. Let's see. Eki ni ikimasu. I'm getting so good at this. I show it to you. So yeah, I show you. That's just going to be show was miseru. So I show it to you will be, I guess it's to you, right? So it's going to be anata ni misemasu. I guess that's just anata ni misemasu. Anata ni misemasu. Anata ni misemasu. Look at me making sentences. Mark specific thing, performing the action or answering who or what. Subject marker, ga. Yeah, that's right. We mostly used ga in one scenario. What was that scenario? We were using it when we talked about liking things. The subject is the thing that's liked. So the topic is my likes. So as for me, the thing that is liked. Or as for, like, you like. So you could be like, anata wa hana ga suki desu would be you like flowers. But yeah, cool. This is good revision. No, it's possession. This is such an interesting concept. This is so different to anything I've learned before. The way that Japanese uses possession is so different to any of the languages I've learned before. Yeah, it's very interesting. And thought to connect nouns, I talk with you. Right, anata to. So in that case, to is like with, but it also means and. So anata to hanasemasu would be I talk with you. Right? This will be anata to hanasemasu. That's not going to help me because it doesn't give me the English letters at the bottom the way full translate does. Anata to hanashimasu, hanashimasu. Hanasimasu, hanasimasu, hanashimasu. Remembering the different versions of that obviously isn't sticking 100% yet. There's location, mentioned briefly but not heavily drilled yet. That is accurate. That is 100% accurate. Verb system you've been using. Japanese verbs change form. You've mainly used the polite form. Accurate. So yeah, I've got dictionary form and polite form meaning. All right, so let's see if I remember all of these. And let's see if it's exhaustive. I think there might be some extra ones there that's missing, but let's see. Okay, so eat was something. Bombshell. Let's come back to eat. And to drink. Go is iku. Come was kuru, which is irregular, so it's not. So it sounds more like kamishu, something like that. I have to come back to that. Buy was mizu. Show was miseru. Speak is hanemasu. Say is iu. Wait was matsu. Understand was wakaru. Now, eat I've seen a few times but never actually used. At least I don't remember actually using it. But no, like we have covered it a few times at this point. It's come up a few times, I should say. Eat. I want to say something like komeru, but I feel like I'm just mixing myself up with Spanish. Eat and drink, I don't remember. Right, let's just see. Well, let's go to dictionary form. Taberu. That's right. You eat at the table was how I was trying to remember that. Obviously it didn't work just now. But yeah, komeru, taberu. Taberu, eat the table, taberu. And nomu, right, nomumasu. Nomumasu is what we were just saying yesterday for like drinking orange juice. Orange juice. Or nomimasu. Yeah, cool. Okay. Any verbs there missing? We've said go, wait, understand. I guess onegaishimasu sounds like it's a verb, but we haven't learned it really to use in a sentence in that way. Any other verbs I've tried to use? Give? Well, no, I didn't use the verb for give. I always just said the thing, please. And I never actually said the word give. So, yeah, off the hook, GPT. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 verbs is not a bad little starting set. Nothing's coming to my mind immediately that I've learned that's missing there. So yeah, that's cool. Tear form, extremely important. So we know the tear form is for polite requests, but it's also to say and then. It's just so interesting. 2 main uses. Yeah, okay, well, hopefully that's what this says. Please speak slowly. Please say it again. Yes, yes, yes. And then linking actions, and then I go to the bookstore and buy a book. So one thing that's nice about doing this right now, where I'm thinking out loud without actually having ChatGPT respond, is, I mean, don't get me wrong, this is actually not a bad thing about having ChatGPT respond, but when ChatGPT is responding, I can't pause because they start responding. So I have to like do my best to say everything I want to say in one go. And so that's not a bad thing necessarily, because it does push me to just talk, just say things, as opposed to just pause, one word. What's the next perfect word? So it is good in that sense. But right now, as I'm doing this without that pressure, it's kind of nice. Which brings me back to, I go to the bookstore and buy a book. So I'm going to say to the books store. So the store of the book, to that. And then finally, I go at the end, but with the tear form to say and then, to let me go into the next clause or phrase, whatever it should be called in Japanese. So, mise no, hon no mise ikimasu. No, ikimashite. Okay, there you go. Okay, so hon no mise ikimashite. Hon or cow. To buy was cow, and that wasn't on the list up here. We did learn buy. Oh no, there it is. Okay, never mind. I think that, yeah, it's cow, right? So how would you, what would be the polite form of cow? Kaumas? It seems the obvious answer, so it's probably it. Aimas. Okay, so we go, so complete sentence. So I wouldn't have been able to take my time to piece this together like that. I would have had to try it much faster with GPT if they were chatting to me right now. So yeah, hon no mise ni kaimasu. Oh, kaimashite. Sorry, no. I bought the bookstore. All right, let me go back. Hon no mise ni ikimashite. Hon kaimasu. Yeah, there you go. Hon no mise ni ikimashite. Hon o kaimasu. Didn't forget the or that time. Let's see how close I was. I may as well include the full stop. It's cool that the full stop gets drawn as a circle. I like it. Honya, not honno nise. There is an apostrophe there, which makes me think maybe there's some kind of abbreviation going on there. But all right, honya ni ite. Okay, so it's not like ikite. I think I said ikimashite. So I really extended that. So yeah, ite or ite. Hon o kaimasu. At least the second part I got right. I bought a book. At least I can say that part. All right, cool. Basic question structure with at the end, right? Yep. Yes, we've learned that early on. Potential form with masu or masen. Yep. Can you speak English? Yep. Nominalizing with whatever this thing is. No? Right. Turning something into a noun with no. So no is both possession and turning it into a noun. So talking with you, that is that noun I like. So I like talking with you would be anata to hanashimasu no suki desu. Anata to hanashimasu no suki desu. Ga suki desu. Anata to I said hanashimasu, but okay. Anata to hanasu no ga suki desu. Okay, well, if I had the right form of hanasimasu, or hanasu, sorry, if I had the right form, then it would have been great. Okay, but that's the dictionary form, actually. So maybe it should be anata to hanasu no ga suki desu.
Anata to hanasu no ga suki desu.
I have a feeling that if I use Google Translate to help me with pronunciation, that would be much better than GPT. Let's listen to that again.
あなたと話すのが好きです。
あなたと話すの
が好きです。
あなたと話すのが好きです。
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 あなたと話すのが好きです。Okay, here's the thing. One of my rules for this project was that I would only use ChatGPT and any free tools that ChatGPT recommends. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask ChatGPT what it recommends to confirm pronunciation. So yeah, let me just quickly go through the rest of this. Then I'll ask that question, and that will be the end of this lesson. No actual speaking with ChatGPT today. This, that over there, and which. This is a great breakdown. This is really good. So this is kore. That near the listener is sore. That over there was like ageru. I only learned that like one day, and I haven't used it since. Are. And then which was... No, I don't think I've used this since that lesson. Dore. Are and dore. Actually, that shouldn't be that hard to remember. Are and dore. And then core travel phrases. Hello, thank you, you're welcome, excuse me, sorry, see you. Sure, yeah, this please, menu please. Yep, I don't understand. Please speak slowly, please say it again, please help, questions. What is this? How much is this? Where is the toilet? Where's the station? Do you speak English? Yep. Don't forget the Harry Potter mitai. Hon, hana, menu, toire. Orange juice. A light suffix for people. San, I think. Fuji-san. It's also used for mountains. Yeah, I'm glad. That's good. We heard this once, but I don't remember it. Yokata. That's right. GPT said that at the end of a lesson like 2 or 3 days ago. Yokata. Important points. Japanese is not tonal. Syllables have even rhythm. Final u in is often softened. Yep, cool. Sentence patterns you practiced. These are the patterns you're building fluency with. This is excellent progress for 24 days of 15 minutes. Oh, why, thank you so much, ChatGPT. I can introduce myself, ask for things, ask directions, build basic sentences, use particles correctly, form polite requests, chain possession, combine verbs, construct original sentences. You know, real talk, I do actually feel pretty good about where I'm at. I mean, whether I sound like a speaker or not, assuming that not everything I've learned is completely made up, assuming that, okay, if I have to work on my pronunciation and like kind of fix that, but the basics are there, I'm actually pretty pleased with that. Yeah, because I'm just looking at this thinking, okay, if I was taking classes, 1 class per week, after 24 days, I would have had 3 classes. Would I really have made this much progress in 3 classes? Probably. Yeah. And it would probably, or at least whatever I did know, I would be much stronger at it. That's probably fair. But it's more comparable than I might have expected it to be honest. I'm not that upset with it. So yeah, cool. To help me get good pronunciation practice, would you recommend using Google Translate to hear how things are pronounced, or another tool? And let's just see what it says. This will be the end of this lesson. This is one of those things where features and usefulness do shift. Fair enough. I like that it's not guessing. It's going to recommend speaking with ChatGPT voice. But I'm learning that that's not exactly the best option. So let's see what happens. Yes, but not as your only tool. My recommendation for best results is Google Translate for a quick first pass. It will read text aloud, so it is useful when you just want an immediate audio model of a word or short sentence. Okay, cool. That's now in my toolkit. Free tool, recommended. OJAD for serious Japanese pronunciation work. For Japanese specifically, this is the best supplement I'd recommend. It is built for learners, focuses on pitch, accent, and includes audio for words and many conjugated forms. That matters because Japanese pronunciation is not just say the syllables clearly. Pitch pattern matters too. All right, well, I'll follow that link and see what that is. If it's a similar kind of tool, online Japanese accent dictionary. Damn. Okay. So it's basically Google Translate, but it's built for learners and focuses on pitch accent. So, okay. Pitch pattern matters too. Fair enough. And that's actually what one of the commenters has been mentioning to me. So great call. Volvo for single words said by native speakers. You hear native speaker recordings, not just synthetic speech. That's probably great, but I don't really want to have too many places to go at this point, to be honest. So I'm probably just going to keep this OJAD tab open and then also reference Google Translate. Youglish, Japanese for hearing words inside real speech. Yeah, look, I occasionally watch some anime, so I'll try to do that and see if I can recognize even a single word. I recognized domo when I was watching one a week or 2 ago. For your current level, the most effective routine is probably put the new word in OJAD. So yeah, that's what I need to do. I need to go through all my old words, and as I get new ones, put them into OJAD and hear how it's said. And then use that. Listen 3 times, check Volvo for you. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm just going to stick with OJAD and do this step with OJAD as well, then come back to the lesson. So I might be in lessons, and when I get new words, I might pause the lesson, check OJAD for pronunciation, because I can't really rely on GPT, and then go from there. Okay, I am on desktop, so we're good. Good starting set for your existing vocab would be, okay, well, let's actually put all this into OJAD real quick. Pronunciation drill pack for you next. Well, no, let's do that at the start of the next lesson. Cool. Thanks, folks. Thanks so much for being here, everyone. Good news is I've covered a lot more than I thought I had. The honest news is that there's still a long way to go. But I think what's interesting here is seeing almost the structure to the pieces I've learned. In a proper classroom, that's all planned, right? Learn this piece of grammar, practice this. We're kind of winging it, but if you look at the recap, it almost looks like we might have planned it. And that's really interesting to me. So hopefully that continues. Until tomorrow, mata ne.